Ladies and gentlemen, TNA Hard Justice in the record books as we speak. I did miss pretty much most of the Abyss versus Jethro Holiday and Hernandez versus Rob Terry match, so I'm not going to give my thoughts on it, but I will give the rest of my thoughts on the rest of the pay-per-view and my thoughts on the wins, I guess, of those two matches. But good opener. Solid opener, got the crowd in the zone with the Asylum match, Steel Asylum match. We had Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, Amazing Red Suicide, Lethal Consequences, Daniels, and the debut of the Pope, D'Angelo De Niro, also known as in WWE Elijah Burke. This was a great, entertaining match. It was a spot fest, if you want to call it that. There was a lot of double team moves. There was a lot of the power bomb suplex type things off the cage and all that. It was a good opener. The crowd was really into it. The crowd was really into most the matches. All the matches tonight, they were really hot for a live crowd and all that. There was a lot of "This is awesome" chants throughout the night at different points, specifically in this match and the Team 3D versus Steiner and Booker T match. But we have the winner of this match getting an X Division title shot. And like I said, just an amazing opener. Really got the crowd pumped up for the rest of the pay-per-view. Got me pumped up for the pay-per-view. And when I got a couple phone calls, it kind of threw me off. And I was like, oh man, the Steel Asylum match really did deliver this time around. Daniels, your winner in that match, picking up the victory, getting himself an X Division title shot against the winner to be announced here momentarily. We have quite a few segments throughout the night. I'm not really going to talk about them. Our next match is the Bounty match. I expected Abyss to get the win here over Jethro Holiday. He does. Dr. Stevie tries to interfere, but it doesn't work. I expect this to go on for at least maybe to the next pay-per-view. I don't see it going on anywhere past that. But Abyss over Jethro Holiday. Hernandez beats Rob Terry in not much of a match, I should say. 5 seconds, as it's stated here on the screen. So getting his Feast or Fired briefcase back, basically. British Invasion versus Beer Money for the IWGP tag titles. And my thought in this entire thing was it was being advertised as all the matches under hardcore rules. And under hardcore rules means there's no disqualification and all that sort of stuff. But there was distractions and whatnot, but it really wasn't so much. A lot of them wasn't so much hardcore matches. There was just a few of them that was. British Invasion retained the IWGP New Japan Tag Titles against Beer Money. I'm expecting to see this continue on also, this feud, or maybe even swap Beer Money and Team 3D for the tag title situations. As we know, Team 3D is still technically the IWGP Tag Team Champions. I'm not sure if they recognize that or not. I know a few people are questioning that as well. British Invasion retains with some help from Eric Young. Beer Money does attack British Invasion and Eric Young after the match and chases them to the back. Our next match is for the Knockouts Championship. It's a tag team match. ODB and Cody Deaner versus Angelina Love and Velvet Sky with Madison Rayne. Basically, the main thing here is Cody Deaner gets the pinfall, and unfortunately, the worst thing happened that I thought was going to happen. That was Deaner got the pinfall, and now he thinks he's the Knockouts champion. Drop that now, please. That is one. It's too much like Santina Morella and Santina Morella Miss WrestleMania thing, and honestly, it's once again it's a slap into the face of the women's wrestlers in TNA because they are amazing athletes and they should not be treated this way. So that's my thoughts on that. ODB and Cody Dean are picking up the victory. ODB technically the Knockouts champion as announced. Homicide versus Samoa Joe for the X Division title. Good match here. Strong showing from Homicide. Disappointed that he lost though. Samoa Joe wins with the chokeout move that he does. We see a lot of Samoa Joe Homicide back and forth. Homicide did get some toward the end of the match, some offense in, but overall it was a solid match, helping place the title on Samoa Joe, gaining another title for the main event Mafia, which is also sets up Daniels versus Samoa Joe for the X Division title next month, next pay-per-view. We have the next match is the Team 3D versus Scott Steiner and Booker T TNA Tag Title match, Falls Count Anywhere, and this was once again another great match, very entertaining. And we've seen some different things from Scott Steiner that we don't normally see. Same thing with Booker T. We've seen Scott Steiner jump off the top of the barricade. This was the decision at the end. They had to go and review it in the monitors because there's two referees in the match. Devon had the pin on Booker. And if I'm not mistaken, Steiner had the pin on Bubba Ray, or Brother Ray. And they end up awarding the match to Steiner and Booker, who retain the tag titles. I would like to see Beer Money versus Steiner and Booker T. And then Team 3D, of course, go for the IWG tag titles against British Invasion. I think that would probably make most sense right now, but I'm thinking that they're going to continue this due to the ending, the controversial ending, if you want to call it that, to the tag title retaining match here between Booker T and Scott Steiner. But there's a lot of great action in it. Like I said, Steiner jumping from the barricade, table spot, that sort of stuff. Next match, we have a lot of people getting busted up, and by that I just mean Mick Foley and Kevin Nash. This was a good match considering the two people taking part in it. Foley bleeding from underneath the eye, Nash bleeding from the forehead. With a little help from Tracy Brooks, Kevin Nash retains or shouldn't say retains, he recaptures the TNA Legends Championship. And we are probably going to see another Mick Foley Kevin Nash match for this, a rematch or whatever. But once again, another title for the main event Mafia. Abyss comes out to make the save for Foley after the match with a barbed wire bat. Nash runs away, and that's that. And finally, the main event for the evening for the TNA World Heavyweight title, Kurt Angle versus Sting versus Matt Morgan. And my main problem with this is Angle retained the title. Now, as we all know, Kurt Angle was arrested this past weekend, yesterday actually, and really I think it is honestly a bad business move on TNA's part. I would have put the title on, I would have put it on either Sting or Matt Morgan, preferably Matt Morgan, to give that young push. But there's also some things going around that put the title on Sting to help him feud with AJ Styles, kind of passing the torch thing. I would have been alright with either one of those because Kurt Angle as champion doesn't need to be going on right now. And for TNA's sake, I hope he does not go to jail. But regardless, I think it was a bad decision on TNA's part to put the title on Kurt Angle after the information that they received this past weekend from the arrest and the report. But overall, that was my TNA Hard Justice pay-per-view review. Overall, it was better than Victory Road, but there were some outcomes that I did not agree with. It was a main event Mafia sweep, and mainly Kurt Angle retained the World Heavyweight Championship. So, with that being said, let me know your thoughts on this pay-per-view. Everything. I got the Q&A questions. I'll probably do that Tuesday. With that being said, you guys take it easy. Have a great night, and peace out.